Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Foliage. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about compost tea because I did have a lot of questions, people asking what is compost tea, how to prepare compost tea, is it something that you purchase online. Now guys, I do not purchase compost tea online, but it is basically the liquid when you add kitchen waste in the compost bin. When you put material of the kitchen waste or any kind of waste, you put it inside the compost bin. There is a process of decomposition that goes on, and when that happens there is a lot of liquid and juices that tend to come out. So for that I use a container beneath which all of that liquid gets collected in that container beneath. Now guys, the compost bins are available in the market, but I didn't want to spend any money on that because I already had a the Bisleri container at home which I used for making the compost bin. If you haven't watched that video, I will put the video link in the description below. You can check it out how to make it. So everything from this container to the lower container, everything was recycled. This is a paint container, and whenever you put the waste in this, it starts to get decomposed, and when it tends to break down, there is some liquid that tends to come out. Now I know not everyone can make this at home because a lot of people do not like to see worms and small insects. Even I was one of you. Initially, before gardening, I never liked to see all of those insects, but over the period of time, as you start growing plants and you get into gardening, insects and all these bugs become a part of your life, and you tend to see it quite often. A lot of people are also very disgusted to see earthworms, but as you'll all know, earthworms are very important. So over the period of time, you will be able to handle them much better. Now I'm not going to open the compost bin because it is little dirty, and a lot of people might not like to see what's going on because it is basically getting decomposed. Now I'm using this lid so that the insects don't enter in this, but still somehow the insects will enter in, and it's absolutely okay. That will make your composting much faster. Now sometime back my compost bin was almost full up till here 3/4, and somehow there were some soldier fly larvae. I'll put up the image on the screen. They happened to end up in the compost bin, and the compost was up till here almost 3/4, like the full compost bin was full. But I don't know, somehow the soldier fly larvae entered in this, and trust me guys, within 2 days my compost from this portion ended up till over here. The entire thing was finished because of those insects. So these insects are also very important in to fasten the process of decomposing. Now of course there is going to be a little bit of smell now because I have a huge space, so this is kept right at the corner, and I don't even get smell from it because it's completely covered from above, so there is no smell. Now I will quickly show you how the compost tea tends to look like. So I will lift up this container, and here we go. So this is the compost tea. I don't know if it's visible. So it's dark brown in color. Ideally it's going to look like dark coffee color, and this is where you need to pay attention guys. Now when you're going to take this out, remember, when we tend to aerate the compost, there is a lot of smell because of course that is a very normal process. Whenever something is being decomposed, there is going to be foul smell. But the best thing is that when this liquid tends to come out, this does not have any foul smell. It does not have any odor. It doesn't even smell a bit. Right now I'm showing it to you. If it was foul smelling, I don't think I would have been able to make the video because the smell can be really terrible of compost. But when this liquid comes out, it does not have any smell, so it is going to work out really well. If it starts to smell, that means that the compost was not done correctly. Probably you added something else and the compost is smelling bad. Even the liquid will start to smell bad if your compost is not going correctly. Otherwise it is not going to have any smell. Another important thing, if your compost tea is smelling bad, if there is foul smell, then please do not use it for the plants. It's not very good. Also how we tend to store our other fertilizers like our onion skin fertilizer or the banana peel fertilizer, we tend to put it in the water and we keep it for a couple of days. We cannot do that with this. Once the liquid comes out, you have to use it within couple of hours. You cannot store it and keep it in an airtight container. It will go bad. If it is not smelling right now, but if you're going to store it and keep in the bottle, after a few days when you'll open up the bottle, it is going to smell very bad. So that's when you cannot use it. So ensure that there is no smell coming out of it. If it is smelling, please don't use it for your plant. How do we use it? We are going to take this and put it into a small cup just to measure it. And this is going to be more than enough for 1 liter or 1.5 liter of a water bottle or a bucket, whatever it is. Then you're just going to take this and pour it in the watering can, watering bottle, whatever is available with you. You have to just mix it. A little bit is more than enough, and then you just mix it around, and then you can just give it to your plant, whichever plant you want to give. And that's all about it. Your plant has been given that good amount of fertilizer. So it's pretty simple. Now I know guys, a lot of you cannot prepare this at home because of course a lot of people do not like to see insects or do not like the foul smell, or you do not have a lot of space to make the compost bin. You can always opt for online fertilizers. Among them is the best is the seaweed fertilizer. I always prefer to go with liquid based fertilizer because liquid based fertilizer, the plant is able to absorb the fertilizer or the nutrients much faster as compared to the slow release fertilizer. So I always opt for the liquid based fertilizer. Till date I haven't used vermicompost. Of course vermicompost is also very good for plants. The organic good quality of vermicompost will do wonders for your plant, but I have personally not used any of it. I generally tend to use compost tea that comes out from the compost bin. Apart from that, I have never used NPK or DAP or any of this stuff. Even for my flowering plants, I only tend to use my compost tea, and it has been working out really well. Probably if tomorrow it doesn't work out, I might opt for something else, but it has been a couple of years and I have been using it, and it has been giving me good results. Be it in flowering plants, putting out flowers, or with growth of foliage plants, it has always worked out really well for me. But again, it depends from person to person. If something else has been working out really well for you, you can continue doing that. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.